This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Shark's got it, left side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 12. It's another first down, as this time they get an even 20. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
Damn. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's got it. Touchdown, Rams. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that
okay,
win a
kick
week
the
ago.
ball,
So
Sal.
they come out this
Kick
week,
the fucking ball.
same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score, almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
That's quick.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Tough.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9
I'm confused. Do I not have?
On play action, Prescott. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and sprint the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, An interception can result.
And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They get this on left. Touchdown! Tyler Scott. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
I like this team.
And the Rams lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is
Thank you for using our inside stuff.
The line of scrimmage. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Cards, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why I throw that? Like, I'm looking the whole time I'm throwing. Why am I doing this? Why am I looking at it?
3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And he is caught. He's got the first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Not quite enough to get into the end zone, but what a nice play there. He makes the catch, tries to turn upfield and get to the pylon, but doesn't quite get there. But they're going to be set up with a first and goal from very short range.
I'm trying to play my niggas up.
And the Rams have moved
right, I ain't gonna go
by
crazy.
3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
21-0 our score after 1. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards.
A 49-yard gain on the play. And the Cardinals first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
3rd and 5. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
I didn't even want to pick that. I wanted to let him score.
It's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually... No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. Open man right side is Sharp. Down the right sideline. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in.
I am bored.
And they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jalen Hurts scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll run the draw with Mostert. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts. Touchdown, Rams. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd down, Mostert. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
4th down, Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Arizona.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Cardinals, nothing.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one complete to Doolin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. A handoff running left is Mostert. Pushes past him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's 2nd and 3. Play action now. Prescott. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. A throw on the money there to Doolin. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a first.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They go play action with Hurts. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Allen! DJ Chark, 44 yards. And the Rams have taken a 6-touchdown lead. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 42-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Prescott. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Please don't give it out after Tony Pollard.
Here's Hurts to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap.
What the fuck is my shit froze for?
He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
I can't pick a play.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Shit won't let me pick plays. I don't like that.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing is Hurts. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, LA. Kyle Pitts, 69 yards. And the Rams add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Hey, kill.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
46.
Prescott to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki.
Why is Cashman in the game?
Inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll throw again. Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Fuck is Cashman
And
in
that's
the game
another
for?
play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll
So
say it's
confused on why that bump in the game.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but
That's what the pick, nigga.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game.
I can't pick a play.
And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum.
What is this, some type of mercy rule?
boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Boy, so that one, Charles, is a crusher. Take away the touchdown.
Yeah, and that's where defenders, Brandon, really use the sideline to their advantage, because if you can influence the receiver to step out of bounds, you know he can't be the first to touch it when he re-enters the field of play, and that's going to cost him 6 points.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. Now inside the 25. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Oh, this is boring.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
To the end of the game, bro.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the field. There he goes, left side. Racing to the end zone. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Should I go? Don't go for an onside kick, bro. Like, the game is kind of...
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
I'm tripping, or everybody does that now.
Someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On first down, Hurts. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
Second and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one complete. He finds Shark. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9 here. Hurts. That is caught. And they work this near the 5.
500.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Parker, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Hurts on the option right, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
I like this team.
After, right down the middle.
I'm not gonna lie, I like this team.
One was over a while ago.
I kind of love this team. I feel like I drafted this team perfectly.
Out is the kickoff unit.
I wish I would have drafted my Giants.
Send this one away.
Well, nah, I missed the first pick of that draft.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown.
I'm petty.
It just became a little bit more impressive. Here as they add yet another score to the ledger. late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could have put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one all the way out.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things through this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
4th down, Prescott. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they pick up a big chunk of yards to boot. 18 of them. Prescott off play action. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added it.
Crazy, Kyle Pitts.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And that's caught inside the 30.
He scored.
Consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Well,
No, they make him. Oh my God, they gonna make him take an extra point, bro.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot there.
So they tried to tack on 2 more.
This nigga got a Hail Mary off for a 10.
That's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Los Angeles, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.
Kyle Pitts went crazy. I don't think I got a sack. Nope. A lot of picks though. There can't be no replays from this game, bro. No, this first quarter got none. End of the first half, interception. I should have went to Metcalf. Should have went to Metcalf. And that was a perfect route because they didn't bump each other. Perfect route. They didn't even bump each other. Kyle Pitts. This is why I need tight ends. This is why I hate that other league. Nigga, I don't got no game changing tight end, bro. $77 to $13 is crazy. See how they clip each other on that? That's cold. I ain't gonna lie. This team, I fuck with this team. Only thing I ain't got is edge rushers with abilities. I got the height in the secondary. Height and speed in the secondary. I want speed at linebacker that I want. Defensive tackles. I got blockers. I got a quarterback with speed and can throw. X factor. Fast receivers. Only thing is, like, I'm missing I need a secondary tight end. That's right. Oh, he had more time. Damn, Tony Pollard had a bad game. At least I had a game. Two picks turned him up. See what I'm saying? I allowed 300. Damn. No, he only had one interception. I say Hurts better be tripping. Damn, I got 5,000 XP this week. This thing got player. I ain't trouble him like I was supposed to. See what I'm saying? Metcalf got to get the ball, bro. I ought to beat the shit out of the Colts. Be 5-1 right now. I feel like Greenwood can throw. He can't throw like me, though. Look at me throwing all goddamn. RPO passes. Let's make it through 24 interceptions already. Has he played all his game? Oh, that game over. That game over. So he got passing yards. So
I tracked down a lease on the building. It's rented to a Dr. Miklaus Kozlov.
So Kozlov leased the clinic. What else?
I done learned my team.
She left a file.
He knew what was gonna happen. Didn't know my team. Didn't know my team this game. Force win. That should have been another force win.
We'll get Kozlov to talk.
Understood the team. Understood the team.
All right, get yourself into trouble. It's just static thing.
Yeah, well, this is a super killer thing, so just text me Kozlov's address and stay home.
I gotta play him again, bitch. Who got the Lions? Yeah, I fuck with my Rams team. Heavily. Heavily fuck with the Rams. Heavily fuck with the Rams, nigga.
Maybe I am a freak, but someone made me this way. And this lab rat's got some complaints.
Heavily fuck with the Rams. Heavily fuck with the Rams. All right. Game over.